Yeah, it's super fun and my friends are in the chat. So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Teacher Kasie and I am here with Maxine. Hey, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. I'm so excited to finally meet you. So for those of you that don't know, when I'm booking these lives, everything is done just over Messenger. So when I finally get to meet them, I'm pretty much meeting them with all of you. So so Maxine, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Maxine. I'm from Canada. I'm from Toronto. I'm 23 years old. I'm currently living in Nicaragua, and I've been teaching with VIP Kids since December of 2020. So I'm on my
Oh,
second
okay.
contract now.
Oh, great. So really quick, saying hello to Teacher Kelly, who is the first teacher here. No teacher, no show for you.
Hi, Teacher Kelly.
So Maxine, I have to ask, do they ask you about your piercings or your tattoos or?
So I've had just one student ever point to my nose piercing,
Uh-huh.
and otherwise, no one ever said anything. Today, I
Yeah.
had a free talk class, and we were talking about jellyfish. No, yeah, about jellyfish, and I have a jellyfish tattoo. So I
Cute.
was like, "Look, tentacles," and then they were like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" But
Yeah.
usually, nobody asked anything.
Yeah. I have a fish on one arm, so I can use it for the fish,
Yeah.
my Pisces fish. But you can't see, like I have them on my back and stuff, and the only time you can see is like when I wear a tank top. So, but I've only had one. Oh, what side is it on? I've only had one ask me about this one. So,
But it's
I,
never been like a negative, right? It's just like, "Oh,
right.
what is it?" Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of my top videos is about piercings and teaching. And I must say, no one has really called me out. I think once someone was like, you shouldn't be a teacher. I'm like, I'm a kindergarten teacher. Like, this is me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think more just like why? Like why do you have I think I had two students that asked me, why do you have a piercing? Like
Yeah.
why do you have that? And I was like, well, in Canada, I mean a lot of people have it just for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all about
Yeah.
it. Super fun. So you're in Nicaragua, and what brought you there?
So, kind of like half long story, but 5 years ago, I came here because I was learning Spanish
Oh yeah,
and I really wanted to like immerse myself in, I was in university, so I had time off. So I came here for almost 2 months and I was volunteering in a hostel and I got to meet a lot of foreigners and keep speaking English, but I also practiced so much Spanish
yeah.
because a lot of Nicaraguans don't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was constantly talking with like tour guides and like a lot of locals. So
Right.
I learned so much and I fell in love with Nicaragua. And I was like, when
Oh,
I'm done university, I'm moving to Nicaragua. And that was
okay.
like my motivation to finish university. So every time I had time off, I would travel to Nicaragua. So I would come for 2 months, 2 months, 1 month during all
Yeah.
my time off. And then I was like, well, I have to go there and do something. And I studied social work. And there's a
Oh
lot of
wow.
like social work opportunities in Nicaragua, but
Okay.
it's different. You have to volunteer most of the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do to work and also volunteer? So
Yeah.
then I did my TEFL at the same time as I was studying, and then I came over here.
Oh, that's great. So you can teach online, live abroad, still make a little bit of extra money, and volunteer.
Exactly.
That's
The perfect
awesome.
life.
Right? Love it. So, hey, James, thanks for coming. James was on here before. He is in Vietnam.
Wow. Hi, James. Nice to
So
meet
glad you're
you.
stopping by. It's like 10 o'clock where he is. So he watches
Oh,
these at night, poor guy. But he says I'm a little crazy, so he doesn't mind coming on here and seeing my crazy every every
oh,
week.
that's sweet.
um, and I already said Kelly was here. So hey guys, if you're here, if you're new, tell us where you're from. How many classes did you have this morning? Let us know in the chat box. How many classes did you have, Maxine?
I had 4 classes. Usually I have 4 classes in the morning because I don't teach before 5 a.m.
Yeah,
and then 7 a.m. is the end mark.
yeah,
So then right now, because of like their summer vacation, so
yeah,
I teach at night, like 5 classes until 9 p.m. That's also like my limit. And then I
yeah.
start again at 5 a.m. So it's a little
Okay.
bit tiring because all day I do stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
don't take a nap. So I'm
Yeah,
just like at 9:30, I'm just done
done. Yeah.
until I wake up at 4:30.
I used to do that too. I did split shifts and then I did overnights, and now I'm like, 4 or 5 in the morning. And now I'm like, well, maybe I'll open up a couple. And with the new speaking classes, I've booked 2, but I haven't. I had 3, but 1 canceled. But I haven't taught them yet. They're next week, so
You're gonna love it. They are just so much fun. And I feel like the students come with a different attitude. Like they're
oh
just
really?
there, they're excited, they're like learning so much stuff, and it's just like so much more conversation.
Yeah. Well, they get to use what they've been working on.
Yes,
I think that would be fun, and it's not a lot of homework and testing. It's just a come and chat.
exactly. There's not like that grammar or like it's just like, oh, what is this? Like jellyfish. Like what does a jellyfish eat? And they're like, and they just
Yeah,
guess, and
no
then we're going
idea.
over it. Yeah.
That's awesome. James, you had 15 classes today. Is that including your private lessons or is that all VIP kid? And he's had a lot of speaking ones too. And James gave us a great tip. Now, Maxine she already knows this because she's taught them, but when you go to do feedback from the speaking courses, be careful because I guess the excellent is at the top instead of the bottom for feedback.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so watch out. We're going to give that tip out on Monday for collaboration. James messaged me. He's like, hey, let everybody know.
Because then you're like
Well,
bad.
yeah, he
When you're
did. He
actually,
was like, oh no.
oh,
Yeah. James, did they end up rebooking you? We talked about putting a ticket in. Poor guy. I felt so bad.
did the parents say something?
I don't know. James, let us know. How did it go? Because I talked to him that day that it happened.
How did he notice?
He had a bunch in a row, and then he noticed, I think on like the 3rd or 4th one, he said, he has taught 32 of the new speaking ones.
Wow, that's
That's
amazing.
awesome. Which one's your favorite? I have the food abroad one.
Oh, I taught that yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I just remember the food abroad because I'm super excited for that one.
Yeah.
But that class sounds just like what I did in Japan. It's all conversational English. So, you kind of bring a topic maybe, let the conversations flow. So I'm excited for that.
Just go after eating because it'll make you hungry. I'm like,
Right?
oh, I want dumplings. I want everything.
Man, I don't eat breakfast first. Okay, let's see. What are some of your favorite places to see and to go while you're in Nicaragua?
Nicaragua is called the land of lakes and volcanoes.
Oh,
So
cool.
all the lakes, all the volcanoes, there's so much hiking to do. And a lot of it is raw. There's not so much tourism. So you just
Oh,
go to these lost places. People just know the paths because they've learned them. They're not like set paths.
mhm.
And so a lot of it is hiking volcanoes. I
I
love
would
taking a bus
totally.
and going to a small town, like going to the market. Like Nicaragua is just so beautiful. Like everywhere you go, and then you can see so many animals,
Really?
like types of birds. Like I go to a little river and you can see some shrimp sometimes, and the kids like they're just grabbing shrimp, and it's just so fun.
Oh,
Like I just love
I
it.
would love that. I would love that. I love hiking. We hiked up Mount Fuji in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, I love to hike. In Germany, like they had all of these walking paths like everywhere. So
Mhm.
I really missed that when I moved back here. I was like, I can go to the right and make a circle around my neighborhood, or I could go to the left and make a circle around my neighborhood because it was like
Yeah.
right off a highway. And I'm like,
The only thing with the hiking that's a little bit difficult, it's the heat. It's
mm,
so hot, and a lot of people, it's really difficult to adjust
yeah,
and to be hiking. Like you have to start your hikes or really early if they're long hikes,
yeah,
because or late in the afternoon. But that's more dangerous because then you're stuck with no light. But in the
right,
day, like you're 40 degrees heat, 35 with all your equipment, like it can be a little challenging, but it's
yeah.
worth it.
Our second time we didn't bring no, our first time going up Fuji, we didn't bring like headlamps or anything. And we ended up coming down in the dark. So we had to wait for people to come down that had lights, and then they would pass us and we'd kind of walk slowly and wait for other people.
How long is the hike?
It took from early morning to the later evening, but it depends on where you start from. Most people start from what they call the fifth station. But
Like
we
more
started
elevated?
from the bottom
Yeah.
because the bottom was better for the kids because there was more vegetation and things to look at.
Hmm.
Where once you get to the fifth station, there's a lot of shops and stuff there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people start there, but then it's just rock and climbing. So we
Mhm.
started at the bottom for the kids, had lunch on the 5th station, and then kept going.
Does
When we got to the
anybody
top, what's that?
does anybody camp kind of like halfway and then keep going the next day, or does everybody just do it in one shot?
I didn't see people camping in the middle, but I saw it at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband stayed overnight. They watched the sunrise and then they hiked back down. He did that with a group of guys, so that was cool.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.
James said, "Of course, the food one. I've taught making a pizza and making a burger. I have 6 more of them tomorrow." Oh, James, you should be hungry. He's a cook. He loves to cook,
Oh,
so
you can give them tips.
I know. Him and his wife I think they're going to make a channel about cooking and stuff, so I'm excited for that.
That sounds awesome.
Super fun. So, where else? Have you lived anywhere else, taught anywhere else, or have you been?
Just in Nicaragua. I traveled to other cities and
Yeah,
then taught from another city, but it's just, I just feel stressful because the internet here is not really good. And then I don't like, if I ask somebody, oh, how's the internet? Like, they'll say it's good, but then you arrive there and it's not connecting or whatever. And
yes,
because people don't really know how to like identify a quality internet, especially for teaching online, because people
right.
don't really work online and don't really have good internet connection. So I feel more than anything, I feel stressed.
Yeah.
But in 2 weeks or like 10 days, I'm going to Costa Rica for a month. So I'll
Okay.
be teaching from Costa Rica. So we'll see how that goes.
Right. Now, do you have a device or anything for internet to help you, or do you just go by what they tell you for now?
Yeah, for now, I'm just using internet from wherever I am.
Yeah.
But I wish I had a device or something like that, but it's kind of hard. Like technology is hard to come by here.
Yeah.
Like good stuff, it's hard or
Yeah.
it's really expensive because it has to be imported.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
I think I had a Sapphire Go. I gotta look it up because many people have asked me. And basically, you turn it on and you pick your country that you're in, and it uses, you just pay for whatever you use, and then you shut it back down. And so I had to do that in Poland before, and a couple of
that's
other
interesting.
places.
I'd
Yeah.
like to find that because sometimes I feel like it's like unnecessary stress with
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
internet.
write that down so that I can
Yeah,
look that up for you and for everyone
sure.
I've been telling about it.
Yeah,
But
Sapphire Go,
I,
you said?
I think so. I will let you know. And for those of you watching live or replay, I will add it to the description box below later. But I think it was a Sapphire Go or.
My brother traveled on a boat for a while, and they
Mhm.
also used like a kind of thing to get internet connection. So I
Yeah.
can also ask them what that was, and then I can get back to you as
Yeah,
well.
I would love that. I'll look it up and let others know. So that would be helpful for other people that are traveling. If you have any tips while traveling for teaching online or working online, we'd love to know. So put that in the comment box. Let's see. So who are you traveling with?
By myself.
Nice.
Yeah. I've always kind of been that that person. Like I don't really.
Independent.
Yeah, because I started traveling, I left because my family is from Europe.
Oh,
My mom lives in Canada. So then when I was 18, I went to Europe for a year
yeah.
to be with my family, and I worked, and then I traveled in Europe, and that
Mhm.
was like my eye opener to solo travel. And I
Yeah.
was like, I love this, I just because I'm pretty social, I can just make friends and then just go to the next place.
Yeah.
So I think VIP Kid has been like such a blessing for me because I feel like I can just take it anywhere and keep doing what I love, and
Yes.
I'm not like so materialistic or that I need luxury or many things.
Right.
So like I can do my like 5 classes a day and still be good, and live well. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. James said the internet company here sells a USB that you put money on to use the internet. Oh, okay. That's good to know.
and is that international or is that like in one
I think
place?
it's in his area, right, James? Or is it for everyone can buy that USB? Huh. I would think maybe you'd have to go to your internet company and ask them if they have one
Yeah,
for your
or something.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where have you been in Europe?
So my family's from France and Hungary,
Okay.
and then I've been to France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Croatia, um, where else? Hungary, uh,
Nice.
Czech Republic,
Okay.
Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and then just around there.
Belgium was cool. Yeah, I did not travel enough in Europe, so I need to go back.
Definitely do.
Yeah.
I
So,
like Europe and the food's so good.
oh, I know. Ooh,
I'm like
you like
craving just croissants. I just want a croissant.
a
So
croissant?
bad.
Oh, you need to make a French bakery while you're there.
I know, and my grandma, she like I know like if I whenever I come, she'll have like everything ready. Like so many croissants and pain au
Mm,
chocolat, coffee ready, and I just go to the table and I'm like, I love
yeah,
French.
coffee and croissants. Ooh, yum. James said it's just for Vietnam.
Okay,
Yeah. What was I gonna say about that? Oh, I forgot.
being in
Yeah.
Europe, Germany. Did you travel a lot in Germany though?
Oh, yeah, we traveled quite a bit. Well, we traveled quite a bit, but it was mostly with my kids' sporting events. So, like, we'd go to Italy. We went to Italy at least a couple times a year, but it was like during his baseball. So we stayed within the area and cheering them on and everything. So we traveled a little bit, but I never made it to Spain or Portugal. Um, yeah. So
So
I need
worth
to go
it.
back.
Yeah, I really like southern atmosphere, so I definitely like Southern Europe more than Northern Europe.
Okay.
Same as I like South America, Central America more
Yeah.
than
It's
North America.
more
But
chill, maybe.
yeah, I feel like it's more relaxed and people are warmer. I feel like it's just easier to adapt.
Yeah. It's because they get more sun.
Yes, people are just happier. And me too. I'm just like every day you can just go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Don't really worry about the weather. If anything, actually, you kind of worry about the heat. I'm like, it's too hot today. I can't.
Right. Yeah. I have never been to South America. Well, I've been there a little bit on like hopping through, but I've never really stayed. So
If you could go, where would you go and stay long term?
anywhere like in the world or
In
in,
South America.
I don't know. I have no idea. Is that bad?
No, something to think about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you know about that one. It's gonna be somewhere with good food, probably, because I just that's my favorite thing to do: travel and try new foods.
Agreed.
As long as it's not liver. Liver, mustard, marshmallows, and white chocolate are on my I don't have to eat list. I'll
Okay,
try
I'm good with
anything
like
else.
the marshmallows, white chocolate. It's fine. Liver, I feel like it's healthy, but it's hard to find someone who can do it like well, where it doesn't
Right,
taste like liver.
right. Like there are some things like that, like octopus. I
Mm,
love octopus sometimes, and sometimes I can't stand it. It just depends on who cooks it or how it's cooked.
of
But I
course.
haven't found a liver I like.
Something I recommend for octopus in Portugal,
Yeah,
they
that's where my
make
family's from.
oh, really? They make
Yeah,
the best octopus. So simple. It's literally just grilled with olive oil, but it's the best octopus I've ever eaten in my life.
really.
Yes.
I think one of the best ones I had was in Japan when they
Hmm.
cook it on the grill and on the sticks like the yakiniku.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see. James said I started teaching a boy. Oh, wait, I started teaching a boy in this new speaking course. His mom is from China, dad from Hungary, but he lives in California. I don't
Oh,
understand that. James said he's been all over South America. I went horseback riding in the mountains of Chile. Ooh,
wow.
that would
Beautiful.
be fun. Yeah.
That sounds
James is well
amazing.
traveled too.
That's awesome. Traveling is just, it's so incredible. I think once you go, you're just like, you learn so much about yourself and about other people and other places,
Yes,
ways of
yes.
thinking. And
Yeah. Kelly said she had octopus in Italy. Tastes like chewy fish. Yeah. Oh, I do love calamari though. Mm.
oh, calamari is so
Guys are
good.
getting me hungry. I should have ate
I know.
breakfast. That's
I
awesome.
haven't had breakfast either, so gotta go
Oh
look for some
no.
octopus.
I know, right? I'll take anything at this point except liver. I'm not changing my rule on that
And
one.
marshmallows and white chocolate.
Oh, I guess I could probably get white chocolate down if I needed to and marshmallows,
Mhm.
but liver and mustard. Mustard I have to like scrape off and then I'll eat it.
What about in a burger? Like, you can still feel the mustard?
I will like just wipe it with a napkin and eat it. It's not that bad, but I'd rather not have mustard.
Rather
I'm
not.
like, ugh. Oh, Senya, she said, "Yay, I caught you live. You're here. You made it." I told you I always have friends in the chat. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. I love the
Yeah.
support.
So how is the live going? It's not as bad or nervous anymore, right?
Yeah, I was so nervous because, like, so everybody can know it's my first time doing the live thing like
Yeah.
this. So, but it's fun. It's fun. Like, I think the conversation, it's also really a fun conversation because it's just like the life that I'm living and like getting to know
Yes.
other people who are also working with VIP Kid, because I feel like I haven't connected so much with the VIP Kid community.
Oh,
I do
join
like
us.
sometimes I did like workshops maybe my first month or so, but then
Yeah.
I kind of was just me and my classes. So it feels
Yeah.
kind of nice to meet other teachers because it feels kind of lonely sometimes, you know. It's not like you can go to the lunchroom and be with your colleagues.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We'll have to add you to a couple of our groups. We have a really tight knit group here. Like back when I started, Teacher Kelly, who's in the chat, and Evelyn and Cindy and Danny and Kim, Marianne, there was like this group of women that already had YouTube channels and a friendship, and they invited me to come in their little group. And now we're all like trying to plan visiting each other. The
That's
COVID's
so
ending,
sweet.
and so we'll have to invite you to the groups because
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah. That's
we have a really awesome group of friends. And like teacher Heather does yoga, so I join her once a week. So we have a group that we just,
yeah.
Kelly's
That
in
sounds
the yoga
great.
class. Yeah, I'll
And I
invite
love
you.
yoga. So good.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yes.
she's so much fun. She's been on this channel too. It's like, well, I'll just tell everybody while we're here. It's $10 a drop-in class,
Hmm.
and she's got all different types of yoga. She does even the sleep one, I think on the weekend or something. And then I go to all her yin ones because that's my favorite. But Kelly and Danny, they go to what, Hatha or Vinyasa? They go to those anyway. So let's see. James said, since you don't like mustard, you'll think this is gross. Oh, James, when I was young, I wouldn't eat mayo. My mom had to make my tuna sandwiches with mustard. Yeah, I'm not a fan, James. I think back.
Spicy.
Oh my God, so gross. That's awesome. Do you want
I
to hear
like mustard, okay? Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
When I think of mustard, I think of like those soft pretzels in Germany. They put like mustard on the side or whatever. I'm like, eh.
I think of like Dijon mustard, you know, like that, because my mom always gets like that French mustard. It's like spicy, but it's
Oh yeah.
good.
Nope. So do you teach for any other companies? Did I ask you that yet?
No, I've had like I would always be like, okay, I want to teach for another company, like to just mix it up a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
for those like low times. So I had like interviews with like three other companies, and I passed, but then I just never did any classes
Oh
because then I
yeah.
would just go back to VIP Kid, and I had the bookings that I actually
Yeah.
wanted because I don't need
Mhm.
to work that much, and I like I don't want to overwork either.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me it was like 4 classes a day, and like from Monday to Saturday, and I was just happy with that.
Yeah.
I felt
If
like
you
I
meet
didn't actually need to go to another company.
right. If you meet the Monday crew, we all are VIP Kid teachers, but all of us have other companies as well.
Hmm. But is VIP Kid the favorite?
um it is not necessarily the favorite of everybody. Outschool has been really good for others. And I don't know, the one I just started yesterday. I am really excited for that one. So we'll see. But VIP Kid, we all agree that VIP Kid is an amazing place for everyone to start because of all
Hmm.
the training and the workshops and everything. So I don't know if it's their favorite. We're gonna have to ask them about that sometime.
Yeah, we'll
So
see. But I think that's a good. I think it's also good to switch it up. You know, like it's okay to
yeah,
switch companies and see how it goes for you, because you never
yeah.
know like what will work best for you.
It took them a while to talk me into it because I was like, no, I'm loyal. I can't. Let's see. Sanya said those yoga activities sound awesome. I need to get my TEFL certification. I used Full Circle on Groupon for $25. Will that be acceptable? I think so. I'm an affiliate for the International Open Academy, which is like $20, or it was $19 on Groupon. And they accepted that. So I think if you have a 120-hour TEFL, you should be good to go. But
It hurts
what do you
my
need your
heart.
TEFL for, Senya? Are you trying to get it for a certain company or just to have? What's that, Maxine?
It's okay. We can wait for her to answer.
Oh
Or
no,
it
we're
kind of
done.
hurts my heart to hear the $20 TEFL, because I paid like 1K with the University of Toronto
Yeah.
to do it, and then I'm like, I could have done it so much cheaper, but
Yes.
it is what it is.
Yeah. I did all my schooling on through an online college and my student teaching and everything, but the TEFL and stuff I just used the
A Groupon.
actually I used VIP Kids free ones.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
But can
And
you
I
teach with
paid
other
the
companies?
upgrade to get the number. What's that?
Can you use that same one to teach with other companies?
As far as I understand, like I used it for Hollow the other day, but as far as I understand, um, you can pay for like the certification part, like the extra part, so that you have the number, the license number.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to get it for Hollow. And for Hollow, is it a requirement? I gotta reread that one. I have my notes on it, but I'm not showing you my desk. It's a mess. But for Hollow, is it a requirement or is that under like the added the additional? I wonder. That's under additional qualifications. I wonder if you have to have it. Maybe I should ask Jamie. Or maybe they just would prefer it. Yeah. We'll have to look that up, but I mean, it always helps to have a TEFL for these online companies anyway. It keeps you learning. It keeps you professional. People love to see it on your resume. So, so do you have a funny story or a favorite teaching moment?
I was thinking about that the other day, and I feel like I had one of my regulars. He's just like he's so sweet, but also very distracted, very playful. Like he's always been that way, like
Yeah.
forever. And I've been teaching him since I started. And one day I was going on vacation for a week. I took a week off, and I'm not like jealous with my students. I'm like, yeah, just go. Like I don't care if you have other teachers. Like it's fine.
Right.
I told him, and I was like, look, like I'm going on vacation, but you should you should take a class this week and you can try a different teacher. And then he looked at me, like this student who I feel like doesn't really pay attention to me really or feel that much affection. And he was like, no, I like you, teacher. And then he hugged the screen, and I was like, I like did not expect that, like, because I'm like a pretty relaxed teacher, I don't expect like I love my students, but it's okay, to have everybody likes like they're just different.
Yeah.
And then but now I'm learning that like I can be myself and students will love me for who I am, you know? And like I don't have to be this great big teacher who does all this like stuff that that it's not necessarily like comes naturally to me. And when I act naturally, I attract specific students.
Yeah.
So I feel like that learning process has been really special, and it's allowed me to meet so many special students too.
Yeah. And you'll meet special teachers. Just keep being
now
yourself.
I know I can.
We got you. We always say on this channel, you'll find your tribe. Like, be yourself, you'll find your tribe. And James, correct me if I'm wrong. Was that Paige that said that a long time ago on our first men? We had Men of VIP Kid collaboration one time, and I think Paige told us that, and I was like, I am stealing that and using that forever. You'll find your tribe. So.
No, it's good. I definitely I resonate and I understand it now, and it makes me feel so much better as a teacher.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I just sent a notice that I'm going to be taking a vacation, and I've taken 1 or 2 days off before, but never a whole week. So, but I already have classes booked, so I'm just going to keep those open and try not to say yes to any more. It is so hard for me. I always feel
How long have you been teaching with VIP Kid?
With VIP Kids, 2 years, and I've been a certified teacher for 10, 11.
So you haven't taken a week off in 2 years?
I took yeah, I didn't take a full week. I think I took close. I think I took quite a few days when I was in Hawaii, but I got really sick, so it was a little bit. I don't remember the whole time in Hawaii.
Yeah.
It was right before COVID, so who knows what I had. But I was just like zombie. Like my body was just tired and achy, and I just couldn't figure it out. Like I would just be like in this fog, So I don't know what it was, but
that's really impressive though. I feel like I need 1 week every 4 months, every 5 months, That's like my good.
Yeah. Well, I'm an empty nester now. So I don't have kids at home. These are like my little babies now. I'm not a kindergarten teacher anymore. So I look forward to having, the few classes in the morning. And I feel like it sets my day up for success. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I've taught, I'll go do my workout, and then the rest of the day is like, oh, I did this. Let me get this done. Let me get this done. But
Yes.
yeah, when I have
I
a day
agree.
off,
Like
I
it's
like lazy.
yeah, you start late because here it's like at 7 a.m. I finish class at 7 a.m. and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower. Sometimes I even take my shower at like 4:45 because I'm like, oh, I just want to feel fresh. And
Yeah,
then the whole day is just like I'm awake. Like I don't feel like going back to sleep because I'm like,
yeah.
I'm good
Well,
now.
and Heather does yoga 30 minutes after we finish teaching every day. So it's
That's
like
so
you
great.
finish teaching, you do your feedback, you go do yoga, and it's like, oh.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and
I,
it would be good to do with a group because sometimes I feel like I lack the motivation of just doing it on my own.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well,
yeah.
I pay for the month and it makes me go because I sign up ahead of time and then it makes me go because I've already signed up, but I'm not going to cancel on her if I don't have to.
Hmm.
So let's see.
Of course.
Um, Senya said she's in two lives at the same time. Online teacher dude is live too. Yeah, he's awesome. He's been on here before. He's really laid back kind of guy. And I think he said it was his first live when he came on my channel, like when I first started. That's funny.
Wow, look at you
James said,
initiating people to the live life.
yeah, I think we've had quite a few. Let's see. James said I did a live class on the TOEFL here in Vietnam. We were brought into school to practice 4 times. Oh, that's cool. He's averaging 90 classes a week so far this month. Yeah, you've
Wow,
got
that's
that
great.
great time zone, man. That's nice. Because it can be
Yeah.
your full-time
Yeah,
job.
exactly. I'm looking forward to going to, because I'm going to Costa Rica for a month and then I'm going to Europe to be with my family. And
Oh,
I'm really looking forward to like the more regular schedule.
yeah. Be interesting. You have to come back and tell us how it's going.
Hmm.
Duh.
We'll do France version.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I would love it. We're already, guys, keep coming back on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. No, 10 a.m. Eastern. I've been going live at this time for over a year now, and I just messed it up. So keep coming back because we have every Thursday booked from now until I think I have one day in August left open, which is during vacation. So I might just do a pre-recorded one. But join us every Thursday because you don't know who, where, when somebody's
When?
coming
How?
from,
Yeah.
where they are abroad. We've got Nicaragua. We had James in Vietnam, Italy. We had Australia yesterday. It's been so much
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm so thankful for all of you. And all this was from one post in the VIP Kid Teachers that Travel, right? Is that the group?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Teachers that Travel. And I was just like, hey, who wants to come on and share their story?
Thank you
So,
so much for the opportunity.
yeah, I'm so glad you were here. You're really like chill to talk to. It's been fun.
Thank you. I hope to
But
see you again soon.
yes, we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody in the chat. And thanks again, Maxine. We'll see you next
Thank
time.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.